Sure.
Story.
Drama. The minister of my pain. A while back, I joined a new church. This church is not your normal church, for it is a church of PTSD. When I joined, I was assigned my own minister. This is the minister of my pain, and he is quiet now, but he can start preaching his twisted thoughts to me in a heartbeat. His sermons are made specially for me and are packed with all the Southern preacher tropes that I know of. 1 minute quietly reminding me and telling me of a sin, then, and the next, he's screaming at me while shaking like he's having some kind of seizure and telling me of every one of his perceived truths about me. I've tried running away from him and his screwed up message about me, but that goddamned bastard always finds me. He comes hurling his razor-sharp words and memories at me. These rip right through my mental defenses, tearing great, gaping holes for his claws to start ripping and tearing at the fragile flesh of my brain. I have pleaded with him. I've argued with him. I've fought against him tooth and nail, until finally I just give up and listen to that familiar sermon he always preaches about me. This minister gets his sermons made specially just for me from the pastors of truth and sinful doctrine, also known as the Church of PTSD or post-traumatic stress syndrome. I don't know when I became a full member of this church, but I have been trying to leave it for years, and I sure as hell don't stay with it on purpose. But my personal minister has me praying at the church's altar almost after every one of his sermons about me. When going for help, I hear things like,
Quiet your mind.
Don't listen to his words.
Ignore him and he will go away.
but this is what they say to me to do. But have they been through what I have? How can they tell me what is best? They don't listen to his sermons day in and day out. They didn't go through the things that I went through. How could they possibly understand what it is like to live that and then be reminded of it every moment of every day, how it could have been different? How could they ever Oh, God, I'm sorry, folks. But I must go now, for my minister is starting another specialized sermon just for me, and I must go and get ready to deal with his words. Author's note: it is true, I suffer from extreme PTSD, and it sure as hell isn't by choice. PTSD, also known as post-traumatic stress syndrome. What does that mean when you live with this? It means that you are reminded of something so horribly traumatic that even years later, your mind is still trying to process it. For me, I went through horrid amounts of abuse. I was locked for days in a room. I was starved. I was beaten. And I was left to die in a foreign country. No, it wasn't war-related. We always associate that with PTSD. No, nobody can hurt you more than family. My PTSD was brought to me by family. Every moment can sure as well be enough a moment of pain and suffering that just tears you from the inside out. However, I do want you to know that there is help. For me, it was years and years of therapy and support of friends. So yes, if you know anybody who suffers from this, then maybe, just maybe, offering your friendship to them can be one of the greatest things that that person could ever have. Because you never know who is praying at that altar of PTSD.
Sure.
Story.
Slam.